Hey guys, it's me Ryan from Studios, and I'm back with another set review. This is Thanos Ultimate Battle from Avengers Infinity War sets. It has 674 pieces, has 4 minifigures, Iron Man, Gamora, Star-Lord, Thanos. Set number is 76107 and is recommended for ages 8 to 14. This is the set, the Benatar or the Guardianship, and then here are the 4 minifigures and this little stand. So now we're going to go right into the minifigures. This is Iron Man in his Mark 50 suit, I believe, and he is a whopping 47 pieces. And I know that sounds like a lot, but if you think about it, these are all 8 pieces each, and then 8 times 4 is 32, plus the these Power Blast pieces and the minifigure itself. It is very high in the piece count margin, so I really do like this minifigure. He's probably my favorite Iron Man minifigure that I own, and they did a phenomenal job with these little things here that clip out. I really like them, and they're also very accurate to the movie. They use these power pieces, which I really like, because this is my first set that I've ever had of these Power Blast pieces, because I haven't had a Marvel set since the Civil War sets, which came out back in like 2016 and stuff. But if you remove his helmet, which has like a blue hint to the lens, and then there's nothing inside, he has a very interesting and very cool face print, which has the little hub display on it, and then of course he has the classic Tony face. And now you can remove this little armor piece here, which is very big, and it can show his entire like body. And now I think these things do shoot. I'm not too sure. I know that they might shoot. It might be like a different one, but yeah, this is the full-on minifigure without all of his little accessory things, and you can see the lots of detailing in the back. This is like one of the first times I actually looked at this detailing, so it's pretty cool, because when I built it, I didn't really take this thing off at all. Now I really do like this. Of course, there's also the black helmet detailing here, and then I really just like the bright red color that it has to the minifigure. And I really do think that like the first real big Iron Man suit that has like the red and the gold shouldn't be like this dark red color. It should be hot rod red, because in the first Iron Man he says he wants the hot rod red color on his suit, and they didn't really do that justice with this color, the dark red. So I'm kind of happy that they chose this very brighter red color. So now to the next figure. This second figure is Gamora, and she wields 2 swords. It has a hairpiece, a face print, or headpiece, a torso piece, and leg pieces, and she had a good life. I would say so. Not really though. But I really do like her hair color, or the hairpiece in general. It has like kind of a curl to the front, which I have a couple of these pieces, the hair pieces like this. One's just normal round, then one has like the blonde hint to it from like one of the Harry Potter sets. But anyways, this is like a really nice black hairpiece that kind of goes in the front of her head on one side. Sorry, that's the lawnmower. It's what happens during the summer. She has some of the pinkish, like a hot pink, a light purple coloring to her hair, which I do really like. I also do like her face print, which has like a little bit of silver printing on it, and then a smile with green lips, and then an angrier face, which suits the character. She also has a bit of faded skin color up here. Like, this has been an issue for a while now. I'm sure you guys heard of it. Also here, she has dark brown arms, which don't really match with this color. I think that it should, because if her torso is like a light reddish brown, it shouldn't be a dark reddish brown, because that just doesn't make any sense. So, and then she also has the black printing right here that represents her shirt, and then I guess she has like a white undershirt under it, and then of course her jacket kind of continues, and then she has a belt. She also has 2 silver katanas, which I really like those pieces very much, and then there's not much to the back of her. And now to Star-Lord, and I really do enjoy this figure. Of course he lacks leg printing, but I can understand why they did that, just for cost issues, I guess. Like, they could have at least continued the jacket down a bit, and I think I would have enjoyed this figure a lot more. But I really do like his blaster pieces. Of course, I don't like how this kind of connects there, but it must be some like molding issue. But yeah, he has the classic Chris Pratt hairpiece and face print from the Jurassic World sets, which I really wish they used the ones from the newer Jurassic world sets because it kind of matches, the face print matches him a lot more than this older Chris Pratt face print. He also has a red, dark red jacket with a kind of a faded undershirt because, printing these days is absolutely terrible. He also has a belt right here, and then I guess some like shoulder pads, I don't really know what they're called, and then some printing on the back as well. Now for the Mad Titan. I don't think I've ever had a big fig up on the stand ever, so this bear with me if this like falls here. But of course he does have a sword, which was definitely in Avengers Infinity War, and definitely not and like, okay, one thing I'm really surprised with is that they actually got an accurate Marvel set to a different movie. Like, they basically predicted that he's gonna have a sword that's the same general shape. Of course, it's not double, but still, it's the same general shape. So, I don't know, maybe Marvel and Lego were working way closer to each other than we thought. Maybe. But of course, he does have this really nice lavender skin color, which is actually thankfully not messed up on his face, or I would freak out. But they do good molding and colors on the big figs. But anyway, he does have a nice pearl gold kind of like armor suit, which I really wish they just had a figure without all of the armor on. But I guess they kind of cheaped out and used the normal Thanos head thing, I guess. Which is okay, I guess. But they did get his torso somewhat right. It's not 100% accurate, but they did something. Like, it's Thanos. He does have blue eyes, which I don't believe he has blue eyes in the movie. I think there might be like greenish or like a brown. Yeah, that's Thanos. Doesn't look very good. But I guess they got his chin right, I guess. With the little bumps. Also, the Infinity Gauntlet. You could take off his hand here and put on the Infinity Gauntlet. But you have to buy all these sets that have the Infinity Gauntlet, or you could just bricklink them, or buy a complete Thanos minifigure with the complete gauntlet for like $70 on eBay, which is definitely worth your money. It's not. It's free real estate. First little side build here is the little stand for the gauntlet, it's okay. It has stickers on it. I wish they were kind of printed just for a show, but then you have the gauntlet piece up here, which has all the little slots for all the Infinity Stones, and the set itself comes with the Reality Stone, so that's pretty cool. And then if we move Iron Man out of the way, you can see the ship, and now the ship is very, very, very cool. It's also kind of heavy, and you can pick it up from about any spot. I'm just going to move the minifigures. The ship itself is a very good design. You can open up this front section and pull out this little thing that has 2 clips on each side, and now you could fit 2 minifigures and then 4 weapons or accessories. In this case, you could get Gamora's 2 swords and Star-Lord's 2 blasters and put them in. And then there's this like little ball joint here that can clip onto the red attachment piece, and this can close up and it's very nice. You could also open this up, but it's a bit harder to, like that, like so. And there are some vents here which can articulate one way right here, and then these little flap panels with some circle tiles to represent lights, I guess. Now I really do like the color scheme. Orange isn't a very popular color in the Lego, especially also trans purple too, so that's very nice to see. And then I do actually kind of like the stickering here, except this, because it looks like there's supposed to be some sort of function here, but there really isn't. I don't know if that's accurate in the movie, but nothing really spins around, so it's kind of pointless. Of course, you do have these 2 stud shooters, which they're stud shooters. They work fine. Yeah, they're stud shooters. This top piece can pop off, and then there's these some movable panels, which we'll get into a bit later. You can also look into the interior. There's 2 chairs right here, which can fit other 2 Guardians if you have the other set, along with the other figures, and then these can flap up and down, which we'll also go into a sec. And then over here, there's this little ramp that you can slide out, and I don't really like it, and it kind of looks bland in the back, which we'll also get to in a bit. And then there's some Technic pins and holes and stuff. So yeah, these wings are symmetrical, so there's not like any different greebling or details. There isn't really any greebling at all on this ship, which is, it's okay. But yeah, it looks very nice. Of course, these can also flap up and down like so, and they look very nice. I do like the sand blue colors that they have as well. They look pretty good. And at the bottom, you can see that there are some flaps here, which can move around and stuff. And then there's these spinning. I don't want to call them thrusters, I guess, and those are actually accurate in the movie. There's one here and one under there, so it's very symmetrical. There is, if you have the counterpart to the set, which is the little pod here, you basically have to get these little flap things, which are kind of hard to get, so you just pull this off, flip these flaps up, like so, and then you flip these up as well, and then you see these 3 holes here, and there's these little Technic connectors, so you have to shove those in there, push these down just for a little bit, push that down, and then push up so that these clip into these studs that are there, and then push that in there like that, and then move these little flap things like here, and then you have yourself a complete Benatar, and it's very strong connection. You could hold it from about any point, and I really do like this. So, final verdict for the set, I really do enjoy it. Of course, the Thanos is inaccurate, but I can understand why it would be, because of the concept art they had for Thanos, and they didn't entirely mess him up, but I just really wish they included a minifigure without his helmet. But after a while, it really doesn't bother me as much. It's still Thanos. It's not like you're getting like a blue one for some weird reason. I also do like the minifigures. I really do like this new Iron Man, and then of course I know these minifigures might be the same as the ones from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, but I still do really like them, because I haven't really had any Guardians of the Galaxy minifigures. That is it for this video, guys. Remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you next video. Goodbye.